Farina, the European champ, leaves the start hut in Leger. She's in the big show today, 9.8 seconds up. This is a question of getting the bike down the line. Look at the front end trying to break away from underneath for this section, looking like it's going to be key, Aaron.
Yeah, she's committed to the high line there, making it work. She's got to keep the bike straight up and down right here. Be careful. Nice.
Oh.
Really? That's good job, just barely holding on to it.
Barely holding on to it. We saw those earlier parts of the track in our course preview with Aaron and I, and the force,
oh, dude. That's scary looking.
This section, my goodness, this was slippery this morning in the morning dew, let alone a bit of drizzle out there. But those ruts, they're so deep. The impact of the riders are hitting those ruts up there in person. They've got to be close to axle deep, some of them.
Yeah, we are going to see Farina head to the hot seat, though, as she heads down. Manages to tick off all the sections cleanly. First elite woman to do that. Let's see what her time is. She crossed the line and gives us her first real benchmark, a 4:19.168 for Eleonora Farina. Happy with that. Fifth in semi-finals for Johnset, so really, really gifted technical bike rider. One of those racers that she's an incredible bike rider, but just sometimes struggles to add it up against the clock. But these conditions will suit her in. And as Aaron says, if she can hang on to this one, maybe that first win. Just dabs a foot there, but manages to keep it going. Yeah. Johnset, of course, benefiting from having a really experienced mechanic. Marcy's up there with her as well, so he'll know exactly what the bike needs, what the tire setup she should go to as she dances through these routes now. Another one. But keeps the bike moving forward crucially. So Johnset, she's plus 1.3 seconds back.
Hold on to it, Millie. Come on.
Oh, just drift every turn. That turn up there where she almost had the issue, it is so hard to explain how off camber that is. The camera does definitely not do that justice.
Johnset standing on the pedals, gets the double clear just about. Heads down towards the second half of the track now, looking for what the difference is going to be at split free to that time of Farina's set before her. Interestingly,
missed that huge rut there, so she's trying to search for a little bit of grip. Maybe that rut's a bit packed in and unpredictably slippery, so just went around the inside of that main developed line there. 2.8 seconds back though, so it is moving away from Johnset now. Aaron, conditions look like they're just getting harder out there.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's getting any easier as these riders kind of funnel into this one line too, and a couple riders sort of skid across the routes. The track is going to start getting a little bit worse.
And it's tougher on you as a rider when conditions are like this as well, isn't it? The arms start to burn, the legs start to burn.
And it's so unpredictable. I mean, look at the dust that just came up through that mud there. She went inside of that low rut, but the dust is still there, so you all of a sudden think you have grip.
And then he comes down to the ice rink.
What a shot that is. Johnset
just makes her own rut. Don't worry about it.
Holding it wide and letting it slide here in Leger. This part of the track terrifying as she heads down towards the bottom of the reworked jump section. Millie Johnset, it's been a brave effort. What is it going to add up to at the bottom though?
Does seem to have a bit of a tailwind down this lower section. The wind was into us in the finish bowl, so that will help the speeds over these smaller jumps into the finish.
It's got to help you somewhere. Surely. The weather has to play a part on your behalf somewhere. Johnset now just has to turn right towards the line, but that is no easy thing in this weather. Heads down, cross the line. Millie Johnset then second place, 6.7 back. Shakes the head. It's still Farina in the hot seat.
Oh, look at that setting. You see the rain falling down in the start hut.
Tawny's usually really fast at the top of these courses, kind of likes to set the tone early. It looks like she is definitely doing that as she extends to almost 4 seconds after the second split now.
3.8 seconds faster, Seagrave.
But yeah, I think that experience is going to come in. She knows when it gets steep down here, she's going to kind of have to control herself, keep it composed, not throw it away and make that mistake. A lot of experience. Yeah, look at these lines kind of coming together. She's patient coming in, not rushing it. Definitely can't rush the entrances of your corners today.
Superb ride, and Josh, from Seagrave so far. You liking what you see?
I am liking what I'm seeing. I think Aaron touched on the patience here, and she looks like she's anticipating what's coming. She's not attacking it, which will be a key part today, and obviously it's paying off with the second split in green. Key section here, key section. Come on, boys.
Come on, you got this.
Into the left-hander, Seagrave tips it in.
Dialed.
Gets through it like it's nothing. Tanny Seagrave on a great run here in Leger.
This is going to be a big split.
Let's see.
This is good. This is really good. You can just see how much extra speed she's carrying around the line. She's carrying a bit of a different line through some of these sections. See if she gets this big double jump down here. Oh, no worries.
Oh, yeah.
Like butter.
Cleanse it.
Seagrave absolutely trucking. There is her team manager and dad Tony watching on that chewing gum. The RPMs are increasing. Seagrave gets really close. That's race 5.5 faster now for Seagrave at the third split.
Here we go. This is the key part here. This is so off camber. Some massive roots. We've seen rider after rider slap the dirt right here from Marine Cabaroo and into the biggest shoot of the race. Tani Seagrave's had an exceptional run so far, but that calmness, that patience must prevail right here, right now. Tani Seagrave.
Seagrave, shades of Reese Wilson from a couple of years ago, just really having a good go at this race. Gets away from her and goes down, but she does have time. If she can get back to the bike, it slips away from her.
Here's the line I'm talking about, Lee. She was looking for it. Come on, Tani, let's go.
Drama from Seagrave.
Pulls a couple tear-offs, trying to... That's what's so hard, too, is when you get to the bottom where it's the hardest, usually you can't see there. Yeah, you can see, I mean, she just dropped into that corner from 10 feet above it and still barely made it. And
just like that, it's
that
all over. Oh, now her grips are covered in mud. She's covered in mud. The wind's been knocked out of her. She had it.
Here we go, Aaron. Talk us through this one.
Yeah, she kind of came around the outside. You could see her trying to kind of push into the bike to get up to the left there. And as she pushed in, the front end actually tucked. There's just no grip there.
Eleonora Farina starting to believe on the hot seat.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, what a day of drama. Even that road is slippery right now. It's just so easy, that one section. There is that low line, and maybe I think a lot of this information might be getting fed to the elite men's later because it's obvious how icy and slippery that bit is.
Tani Seagrave then heads down towards the line. She gave this one absolutely everything and nearly came away with the win. Seagrave crosses the line. Third place, 20.6 seconds back for Tani Seagrave. Nicole for Commensal muck-off by Riding Addiction sets off.
Yeah, smart riding. Running handguards, too. I noticed yesterday in qualifying, the only rider, I think, in the field actually running handguards.
Yeah, stitches in her hand from a crash earlier on in the week. The Commensal muck-off squad. Miriam Nicole goes down in that left-hander. We saw Hoffman taken out by it earlier on as well. Nicole back on the bike and rolling again, but is anyone going to put a clean run top to bottom? There's only one to go at the top now. Valentina Hull. 7 seconds back for Nicole now as she continues.
She looks good.
She does look good. She looks like she knows it hasn't got away from her. She wasn't on the ground that long either. She tripods her way into that corner and clips the wrong foot, needs to get it back in again. Shoes filled with mud into that really awkward left-hander. If you are just joining us, the rain started falling here in Leger right as we got riders on track, so there's been no wet running this week. This is brand new uncharted territory and it's been claiming big names. Well, there's the evidence that there is time to play for up top. Sectors 1 to 3 all going to Seagrave, but Farina super strong at the bottom as we watch her through this section.
Hold your breath. Here we go. Oh,
Nice,
the low line.
Hold on, I was just going to say, I wonder if there's a far right line there that you could actually make work. If you were really smart, that is some veteran riding right there.
That is a key line. It's full of dirt. It's away from the ice.
100% was not practicing that all week. That would have been something she saw on track walk probably yesterday as a wet option line.
18.9 seconds back for Nicole now, but absolutely superb racecraft from the Frenchwoman there.
I can tell you for a fact, no one has ridden that line all week. There was no tracks down it. It's soft, fresh mulch and dirt.
Will that have come from the team, Aaron? Do you think that'll be a message back up?
It will be now.
Yeah, probably a message, and that's just smart riding and smart preparation. She would have looked at that probably on track walk and kind of told herself, hey, if this is a mud race, that's going to be an option. Goes wide on entry there, Miriam Nicole. It's not been what she came here for, but it has been a superb piece of bike riding. Miriam Nicole down the line, 4th place. Farina has only one rider left at the top in order to survive. Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Last year,
in the mud.
She ran right out of talent in the second corner. She's been working on that mental game with the team there. They've been working on her riding well within her limits.
She's in touch, 4/10 of a second off at split 1. Aaron, she was fastest in both sessions yesterday. She's had highs and lows here. She's won rainbow stripes here. She's also been down, but this is looking good to me, Aaron.
Yeah, she looks aggressive. I was curious. Her team must have been radio. Yeah, hits that rut coming out of there. That was smart.
Valley
That's
Hall's
where we've
charging.
seen the issues happening. She chose to go wide, get a little bit of extra grip out there. But yeah, I wonder if her team was like, hey, everybody has crashed. You just need to keep it up and get it to the bottom. But she doesn't seem to be riding conservatively.
Mate, she's not riding conservatively at all. Look at how hard she is charging. You see the roost ripping out of those ruts. We are in the early section here, so we're about to come into the key parts. Will that aggression pay off?
Really assertive for Valley Hole. Through that root section, pulls the tear off, just sits down, gets some clear vision. And we saw Tani Seagrave was fast up here as well, but there's a couple of key sections she needs to nail as we wait on the second split. What's it going to tell us? 1.3 seconds back from Farina. Eleonora Farina can start to believe now on the hot seat. Is she going to win her first ever UCI Downhill World Cup? 162 beats per minute for Valley Hole now. Aaron, what, are you liking what you're seeing so far from Hole?
Yeah, it's looking good. We know she's such a strong rider, has a tendency to go really fast at the bottom of these tracks, so she's definitely right there in touch. But what a run from Farina. This is crazy to watch.
Farina's best result up until this point, second in Maribor in 2021. Is she going to go one place better today, or has Valentina Hole got a bit of sorcery left in her down towards the bottom of this track?
Look how she's composed. She's got to be careful through this left. We've seen a lot of issues here. She's going real far inside of it. Got a tear off hanging off the side of her goggles too. That's going to be a bit distracting as it flaps around.
Look at the time.
Onto it.
Two-wheel drift! Settle down, drifter! Look at Valley Hole go into that lower section. That aggression, she's riding the limit there. She's as close to the limit as you could possibly be on a day like today.
25 seconds cover the top 5 here in Leger. The last woman on course is Valentina Hole.
Oh, take a breath, Valley. It's all coming in front of you right now. She takes that inside line. She gets out of the rut onto that fresh dirt.
First in the overall for Valentina Hole.
Yeah, gotta be careful here. Might not be a win today, but this would be a huge points day for her if she can end up in second at the bottom. But I wouldn't say she's completely out of touch, but it looks to me like the track's starting to go away a little bit. The rain stopped. You can see how much mud is on her bike. It's starting to get that little peanut buttery top layer. These are the absolute worst conditions you could ever ride.
2 wins this season. She's 3.4 seconds back at the third split. This one is getting away from Valentina Hole, but as Aaron says, there are points up for grabs here. She comes into the open section. Josh.
What's she gonna do here?
Oh, look at the setup. Is she going to go high? She goes for the low. This low is going to be the line.
Nice.
Clever. Real
yeah,
clever.
Smart.
She's got to handle the G out here, and then she's away. She's got 2 more ice rinks to go before she's into the final.
Valentina Hole goes down. Heart rate 175 beats per minute, but Hole hits the deck in Leger. Eleonora Farina's eyes out on stocks.
She's got to get going here. This is going to be close. She's still on the podium, I think, but a lot of other girls have had a very similar issue, so she's going to be right in there in those times.
Josh, talk us through it.
Yeah, look at this. Just comes in, the back end steps out, maybe a little bit of extra pace coming into that one section. We just mentioned it, last ice rink before the shoot.
It almost like baited her in. She made it through that real steep section, was like, all right, I'm good now, and just let off a little too early.
The YT mob washing machine will be taking a hiding later on this evening. Valentina Hole heads down towards the line. She's 10.4 seconds back at the 4th split. This one is not going to be hers, but there are points up for grabs here. Where is Hole going to cross the line? She crosses it in 5th, so onto the podium for Valley Hole. But Eleonora Farina has won her first ever UCI Downhill World Cup in Leger. Valley Hole can't believe it. Farina takes victory in France. What a result. Well applauded by Valentina Hole as well. Great to see. But listen to this. One of downhill's great pros, Eleonora Farina, gets her win at long last. The European champion from MS Intense. Farina takes the win then ahead of Millie Onset. Tani Seagraves in 3rd. Miriam Nichols 4th. Valentina Hole, the series leader. 24 seconds back in 5th. Then it's Ferguson, Rasnick, Gale, Hoffman, Newkirk, Ronning and Cabaru.